You ready? Here we go. 2-minute daily Devo for Tuesday, October 20th. I'm in the Contemporary English Version today, and our verse of the day comes from 2 Chronicles chapter 7. I want to give you a little background, then we'll read the verse here. But this portion of Scripture, God's talking to Solomon, who was the king at the time, and he's actually King David's son. Solomon had just finished building the temple, and God was kind of giving him some things that he can do to make sure that his people, God's people, Solomon's people, they continue to serve him. And he talks about how this, in verse 14, our verse of the day, if my own people will humbly pray and turn back to me and stop sinning, then I will answer them from heaven. I will forgive them, and I will make their land fertile once again. See, God's people at this time had a problem in worshiping other gods. They were around a lot of other nations that had a lot of other gods, and they would serve God for a while, and then they would stop, and they would get off track, and they would start serving other gods and forget God. And so God's saying this: I need my people to come back to me. I need my people to ask for forgiveness for getting into serving these other gods and come back to me, and then I'll forgive them, and then I'll answer their prayers, and I'll bless them. That's a promise to them, but it's also a promise to us today. There's some times that we as followers of Christ get distracted. We get to worshiping other things, as it were, whether that's material things, money, stuff, cars, relationships, jobs, whatever it is. Anything that takes the place of God is an issue. And God's saying this: if you want me to answer your prayers, we need to get rid of those things. Come back to me as your one and true God, and I'll forgive you, because God is quick to forgive if we ask him. Come back to me, I'll forgive you, and then when you pray, I'm going to answer your prayers. And not only am I going to answer your prayers, but I'm going to bless your life. What a great promise to us, to go to God and say, God, you are it. Heal us, touch us, help us. And God says, I'm going to bless you because of that. All right? That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.